Hi, it's Steve Simmons, and this is a StatMaster training video managing courses in StatMaster. Because StatMaster is intuitive, it needs to know what a golf course looks like before you start entering scores after a round. There's several reasons for that. Number one, StatMaster keeps track of short game conversions. So if you miss the green on your second shot on a par 4, then it's going to know that it's going to be automatically calculating a conversion if you still make par. StatMaster tracks the type of scores over here that you enter in terms of eagles, birdies, and so on. So it needs to know what those par values are for each course that you play. It's going to track the average score that you have on all of the different pars, 3s, 4s, and 5s. And it also tracks the number of greens in regulation for a round on the 3s, 4s, and 5s. So it's very important for you to set up your golf courses in StatMaster and tell it what the courses look like before you start entering the data. You'll probably fall into one of two different categories of players with a variation for each. And that would be that you would be a country club member where you always mostly play the same course or courses every time you play. So you'll go in, I'm going to go over here to the courses tab and open this up and show you that if you were a member of a country club, then you would want to set up the courses, like if Sonterra also has a south course. So if I play both courses and I play multiple sets of tees, I would want to set up all of the different tees that I play on the north course and then all the tees that I play on the south course. That way I can just come in and pick whichever course I played and what set of tees when I started to enter my scores. You might not belong to a club and play several courses around town. Well, what you'll want to do is get a scorecard for each of those courses that you play, and then enter the different courses and sets of tees if you play multiple sets of tees on different days, so it'll know. And then after you have all of your normal courses set up in StatMaster, then if you travel, you can come back in and set up, and we're going to go in and show some examples of this as we go. So here we are on the main courses tab, and it shows you the courses you have set up, and then it gives you the ability to add or edit courses. So if we go in and pick one of these courses and say I want to edit it, now there could be a couple different reasons for that. Once you have it set up, if I actually want to edit the course, let's say that they made a design change and this turned into a par 4 as opposed to a par 5, then you could certainly make that change, or anything on this table. The other thing you can do in edit mode is you can delete the course. So if I don't like if I no longer play that course, I move to another city or another state, and I don't play those courses anymore, I can delete them and then add the other courses. So that would be the way that we would edit a course. The way that we would add a course, we would come in and click the add button. We would give it a name, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to just say PGA. Let's say that I am a member at Sonterra, but I do travel some, and I went and played PGA National. So I give it a name, and then I start entering the data. Now, if I'm traveling and I'm only going to play that course once a year or once a lifetime or whatever, then I might just want to go in and enter the hole and the par. Hole, par. Hole, par. In version 2, we're going to have a scoring efficiency and scoring analysis module that will look at the handicap, your scores versus the handicap measurements on every hole and every round that you play. So in that case, it would become more important to also enter the handicap. Not necessary in version 1 because we're not doing that yet. And the length of the, that's obviously an optional field. Probably for the courses that we're going to have some capabilities in the next version of StatMaster that looks at yardage as well. So I would, if it's a course you play all the time, I would encourage you to put the length of the course in as you set it up, along with the handicap. But when you're traveling, that's not really necessary. So clearly you can see here that's how I would go about doing this. And then when you get to the end, you could just save it and you would be done. Obviously, if you're setting up a new course, then you would want to do this, including the yardages, etc. So, and then you click Save, and obviously this isn't a completed course, but if we go now, you can see on the Courses tab, I now have PGA National, and if I need to, I can go back in. If I had to take a break and go away from the computer, I can come back and pick up from where I left off, and so on. So, hope this is helpful. In review, we can add courses, or we can edit a course like we just did by clicking on the course and hitting Edit, or we can add a course by clicking on the Add button, and then that opens up the field to where we can go in and start entering our scores like so. So if you have any questions or concerns, you can get a hold of me through the website or through the support forum, and I'll be happy to answer your questions for you. Thank you very much.